Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for spending some time with me this evening, and hope you've had a great week. Today's Friday. Hope you had a great week, and hope you're going to have a blessed and great weekend. I guess this evening I'll be going to my youngest one's birthday party. She turned 7, and I don't know if we have anything going on tomorrow or not. There's probably a baseball game tomorrow, and I'm just not sure about it yet. But I know Sunday my grandson's got his first travel ball game for the fall, so I'm looking forward to going to watch him swing the bat and throw the ball. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about some plastics. You kind of recycling your plastics. I know if we all have a pile of plastics in the floor of our boats, or in the bottom of our tackle box if we're walking the bank, because I know we're not throwing it on the ground, littering around where we're fishing. But anyway, whenever you get done using a Texas rig or drop shot or whatever you're using, Ozark rig, Texas rig, Carolina rig, whatever it is that you're using, you got your worm, or in this case this is going to be my prop anyway, because this is just what I had in the center console of my truck. The old Zoom old monster in the strawberry color, and that is a dynamite color to throw during the summer, during the daytime. Once it starts getting dark, go to plumb. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. You know, we've got our hook through here, and we've set the hook on some fish, and it's eating down, and so you bite or pinch it off and re-rig it, and you do that a couple of times. Finally you just wear the center of this thing plumb by golly out from setting the hook. Usually it's not all the way down to here. Usually your hook somewhere in this top, we'll say top third. And so once you've used this worm for what you've been using it for, it just goes down the bottom of the boat, or I've got a big Ziploc bag, because I also recycle my plastics. There's a recycling program that Arkansas has, and when we go to our state BASS meeting, Bass Nation meeting, we can take our bag of recycled baits and give them to the conservation guy on the board, and he takes them and recycles them. Anyway, you've got approximately this much worm. If the bass hadn't bit your tail off, you got approximately this much worm here that you can still get some good out of. You can bite or pinch that off, cut it off with scissors, whatever. And that curly tail right there, that is an awesome spinner bait, buzz bait, chatter bait, swim jig, trailer. You can put them on the back of any of those and use them for a trailer. You can use it for just a small worm. Sometimes they just want something smaller, and that tail just sits there and kicks, and you can still catch bass on just that little piece of tail. I tell you how I like to do it. and I've caught some nice fish doing it. I probably shouldn't be telling this, but I'll put that on a Ned head, and that tail will stand up in the water and move around as the current or whatever. Whenever you pull it, it swims when you pull it. When I'm using that on Ned head, I don't usually just barely move it. I usually give it some action. I usually pop it up off the bottom or drag it on the bottom a little bit just to make that tail work good. But anyway, you can still use that to catch fish. Same with your same way with baby brush hogs. You can use the curl tail on the baby brush hog for a trailer. They make really good jig trailers, and that big worm that I just showed you makes a good jig trailer. That baby brush hog does good on when you pinch the back end of it off. Does good on a Ned head or a shaky head. You can also put that big 10-inch worm on a shaky, the tail part of it you cut off, put that on a shaky head. You got all these things that you can use and recycle and keep catching fish on them, so you're not spending quite as much money as for different things as you would. You'll save you some money. Then like beaver style baits, you can cut them in half, use them as a jig trailer, as a compact jig trailer, or you can cut them in half long ways. I seen who was that? Did that the other day. I just seen that a few days ago. I thought was really interesting that he does. Might have been Matt Steffen, possibly. But anyway, he cuts like a beaver style bait long ways. So you got the long piece and then one flap of the dual flaps on a beaver. You have one flap and the big piece of plastic. And what did he do? I think he used it on drop shot, maybe. Anyway, he would rig that, I believe, on a drop shot. I may be wrong, or it might have been a Ned head too. I believe it was a Ned head. Either Ned head or drop shot. Anyway, that's an awesome idea. He says he catches a lot of fish. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. And just see how it works. It'd be another way for me to use up some of my plastic some more, and not just throw in a big wad of plastic that's still in good shape for whatever you need to use it for. They're in the bottom of your boat or in the bag to get rid of, throw in trash, whatever you're gonna do with them. So just think about it, you know, as you use your plastics. Just keep in mind on how you can recycle them, how you can use them again, how you can use them in other techniques. You got your worms, your brush hog type baits, you got beaver style baits, you got stick baits, you know. You cut them down, and what do you have? You got a Ned bait. You know, a Ned bait is all it is the end of a stick bait. So just make you some Ned baits out of your used stick baits. And you've got your trick worm style baits that you put on shaky heads. Those are good to be used, you know, on a Ned head, on a just makes a smaller trick worm, a smaller piece of plastic on a shaky head. You can put it on a drop shot. There are just a lot of things that you can do to use up your plastics and keep using your plastics. Save you money on trailers and whatnot. But just keep that in mind as you're starting to throw your piece of plastic down in the floor of the boat. Say, what else can I put this on and fish with? And especially if you don't know if the fish has seen anything like it or not. They're not used to seeing those worms on a little Ned head or a shaky head like that, just a big ribbon tail sticking up off of there. Just think of things that fish hasn't seen and how you can still use your worms and get all you can out of them. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. It's about time to load the kids up. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys out on the water.